Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5 a.m. Club. And today I'm coming to you from the beautiful, the picturesque, the very European beach of Little Beach up here at Nelson Bay. Little Beach is nestled between Shoal Bay and Nelson Bay. And it's a small beach, but it's a wonderful place to be. I just feel so relaxed whenever I come here, and I feel so much in Greece. This beach here reminds me of Greece. It takes me back. So especially now during COVID-19, when we've got travel restrictions, we can't travel anywhere else outside of Australia. I always love coming up here with my family, my wife Paula, my children and grandchildren, and just getting away, and once again thinking and feeling that I'm back in Greece enjoying a Greek summer. Anyway, what I'd like to do today is take you on another journey. It's my 601st book summary in English. We've cracked the 600 mark and we're continuing to grow. And the book summary today that I want to take you through is a book entitled Words Can Change Your Brain. Words can change your brain. It's a very powerful title, and let's go through it and see where it takes us, where it leads us. And the author is Andrew Newberg, and he offers us 12 tips on how to improve your communication skills, the way you communicate not only with other people, the people around you, but how you communicate with yourself as well. So the author calls us to action, and the call to action is to choose the words that we use wisely, because they will influence your happiness, your relationships, and your personal wealth. The author is very clear that the words that you choose to use create your reality, and are very important in terms of enhancing your life, your lifestyle, and also the lifestyle of those around you. So the first point that comes out of this book from this author is that if you want to connect better with others, when talking, make sure that your mind is relaxed, you are present and quiet, because connection is an art form, and a lot of people around us chat away, talk, do lots of things, thinking that they're connecting, thinking that they're communicating, but all they're doing is just talking. To be an effective communicator, you need to connect with the people around you in order for your message to be received, to be absorbed, and to be accepted, I guess is the bottom line. So in order to be an effective communicator, a powerful communicator, you need to learn how to calm your mind, because your emotions affect your ability to communicate. Because what happens, and a lot of people are not aware of this, what happens is that your anxiety, if you're anxious, if you're hyped up, if you're stressed, your anxiety flips you into your reptilian mode of flight or fight response. And when you're in that mode, the vibe that you give other people is a vibe of anxiety, is of a vibe of discomfort. So you need to understand that if you're anxious, if you're stressed, if you're having challenges and issues, then when you're communicating with somebody else, that will impact the way that you're communicating with them. So how do we relax our mind? How do we chill out? The way we do it is by using techniques such as breathing, So practice breathing before you're going to communicate something which is important. Practice breathing for 60 seconds is the advice. Practice breathing for 60 seconds before having an important conversation, because you get one chance to communicate, you get one chance to get your message across. And if you have an important conversation to have with family and friends, with your children, your parents, your peers, your organisation, you need to be relaxed and you need to be present and centred at that point in time in order for your message to get across. Don't make the mistake of being nervous, of being hyped up, as we said before, as being stressed, because what happens when you're in that sort of mode is your mind shuts down. Your mind shuts down and puts you into reptilian mode. And what reptilian mode is that it makes you, or puts you in that fight or flight response, and you're not capable of reasoning, you're not capable of thinking rationally. All you're doing is being reactionary and just reacting to stimulus and responding to stimulus. And that reaction mode that you're in may not be empowering you to be able to cover the message that you want to message and to deliver the message you want to deliver, because you're stressed, you're not breathing properly, and you're basically not thinking rationally, as we said before. So the author talks about the fact that research confirms, so scientific research confirms that relaxation activates the parts of your brain responsible for communication, and the parts of your brain that are responsible for communication, for mood and social awareness. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that our mind, our brain is open and fully activated to be able to ensure that we're in the right mood, that our social awareness is at its peak and not shut down, and that we're at our best when it comes to communicating and sharing the wealth of knowledge that we have. Because as we said before, communication is not just about talking. Communication is about being an emissary, by being a messenger, by being in a position to be able to help those around us see the world in a different light. So what we need to do is we need to silence, where possible, our inner voice, and to be present here and now, and not worrying about the past, and not overly living our future and worrying about our future, because by being in the past or the future, you're going to miss the present, and you're going to miss the opportunity to be a clear communicator. So the author talks about the importance of smiling, being able to smile, and in order to smile and to have a genuine smile, you need to be able to be in a position where you can recall happy memories in order to make your smile genuine. Because people can pick up on this genuine smile, a smile which is not genuine, and what it does is it puts people on notice. They become suspicious when they see people smiling and not being genuine about their smile, because they think the person is going to communicate something which is not all that authentic and real. Because I've learned something new here, that, and I didn't know this before, but there are over 10,000 ways in which to express yourself through facial expressions. So over 10,000 ways to express ourselves through facial expressions. And our subconscious knows all of those 10,000 ways and can alert our brain to try and understand the body language which is being used. So the importance of communicating and using a smile, according to the author here, is that when you smile and when you smile genuinely, you're communicating trust, kindness and interest. But as we said, you can't fake a grin, because people will pick it up. If they don't pick it up consciously, they most certainly will pick it up subconsciously. So be aware that you can't fake a grin, and you've got to learn. You've got to learn, and you've got to be able to express a genuine smile. And in order to express a genuine smile, what we need to do is we need to be able to think of a happy memory and to recall it and to express it with our soul and with our personality. So the key to human communication, and this is the last point in this book, is that we need to understand, to understand and to be understood. We need to listen well, we need to speak more slowly and say less. The big challenge and the big problem that we have is that we've got lots of people around us who just like to chatter all the time. And that chatter all the time is overwhelming. No, we love to hear chatter, we love to hear people talking all the time. But there comes a point where the brain just shuts down. The brain just can't take any more of the ongoing chatter, because the brain gets overwhelmed, as we said. And although the brain is the greatest supercomputer known to man, with over 100 billion neurons, according to this research, and we also enjoy with our brain 1 quadrillion connections. Whilst the brain is the most powerful computer in existence, it can only take in 4 bits of data at a time. So even though it's the most complex computer in the world, its ability to take in information and to focus on things is quite limited. And maybe that's a good thing, because if we sat and listened to all the bullshit, all the crap that we have around us at any particular point in time, you'd probably go crazy, especially if you're looking at Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. So the key is to slow down. Sorry about that, I've got my plastics in. The key is to slow down, because talking quickly creates anxiety, it creates fear, and it creates stress. And what we want to do is we want to be able to capture people's attention, and the way you capture it is by slowing down. So, and also not to speak for far too long. The author suggests here that we need to speak for 30 seconds at most, and then pause. Don't just have a monologue going for hours on end like a lot of people do. And we need to learn how to listen deeply. Don't interrupt people when they're talking, and look for all the non-verbal clues and address what they're saying as well, as opposed to just not spending all your time chattering and talking about what you want to talk about. It's a two-way street, it's a dialogue and not a monologue. Anyway, that's it for now. So thank you very much for joining me on Jim's 5am Club. It's afternoon up here at Dawson Bay. I'm undercover, I'm at the beach, enjoying this beautiful summer day. And let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I'm well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable, and most importantly, let's take some lessons from this wonderful book, that words can change your brain, and understand that we need to slow down. We need to see ourselves as emissaries, as people who need to be present here and now, to be calm, and we need to be able to be effective communicators so that we get our message across. We've got one lifetime, we've got one opportunity to get our message across to our friends and family before we move off to our afterlife and our next life. So thank you once again, and I look forward to coming to you from a different location with a different message. I've got well over 30 or 40 Jim's 5am clubs that I need to deliver over the next week or so, because I'm closing in. I'm closing in on my 700th blog, and I know that it's an important milestone, because 725, the number 725, is a milestone that I have to try and pass. And the reason why I need to try and pass that milestone is that Aesop, the famous ancient Greek storyteller, Aesop, is renowned for having released and published 725 fables. So hopefully I can reach his milestone, his goal, and surpass it within my lifetime, and that'll be a great opportunity for me and a great dream come true. So take care. Filakia from Jim's 5am Club, and I look forward to coming to you again. And let's not forget that today will never come back, and we need to make the most of today, the most of the rest of today, and look forward to the rest of our lives, knowing very well that we don't know how many days, how many years, how many decades we've still got left. So take care. Once again, Filakia, and I'm going in for a swim. The water is absolutely fantastic, and it's been a wonderful experience up here. And as I said, this is my Greece away from Greece. Yassas. Bye.